What rumor from your school still keeps you up at night? Zara was the girl everyone knew would make any situation about herself at our school. She'd stub her toe and act like she needed emergency surgery, wore a knee brace every other week, and the worst part was people believed her. I'd been in classes with her since middle school, and the pattern was always the same. Someone would mention they had a headache, and suddenly Zara would be clutching her temples talking about her chronic migraines. A kid would come in with crutches from a sports injury, and Zara would limp for the rest of the week like she'd broke her leg. She even came to school in an actual wheelchair, and would literally get upset if people didn't immediately rush over asking what traumatic event had befallen her this time. The worst part was watching people actually fall for it, gathering around her desk while she spun elaborate tales about her latest near-death experience. Teachers had stopped taking her nurse passes seriously by sophomore year, but newer students always got sucked into her drama vortex. However, the worst part wasn't even her, it was her mom. A kid in our class was bleeding because he tripped and hit his head, and Zara instantly started hyperventilating. Her mom literally showed up 20 minutes later demanding to know why the teacher exposed her daughter to such trauma without proper warnings. You could see the exhaustion in every teacher's face whenever Zara's mom marched into the building, which was at least twice a week. Even the principal started scheduling meetings during lunch to avoid her. Zara had this whole routine perfected too. The dramatic gasp, the perfectly timed tears, always sneaking glances to see who was watching. She kept medical supplies in her locker like theater props, rotating through injuries with matching documentation her mom would email the school. But we had no idea what was coming. We were in the middle class taking a test when someone knocked on the door. It was Zara's dad, looked like he'd been crying, and asked our teacher if he could speak with Zara for a moment. Zara got up with her usual dramatic flair, probably assuming this was another opportunity for attention. We could see them through the door's window as her dad said something quietly. Then it happened. He told Zara to grab her bag, and when she asked why he whispered something to her, what followed was Zara's scream. It wasn't like anything we'd heard from her before. This wasn't her practiced, attention-seeking wail. This was primal, raw, the kind of sound that makes your blood run cold. The entire school went silent, and literally everybody jumped in their seats. Zara collapsed right there in the hallway, her dad trying to hold her up as she kept screaming "no" over and over again. Even from 3 classrooms away, people later said they heard it. Her dad had to physically carry her out while she was hyperventilating and sobbing uncontrollably, still screaming, "No, why?" This time, nobody made jokes. Nobody rolled their eyes. We all just sat there, stunned, because for the first time ever, Zara's reaction seemed genuinely, terrifyingly real. The rumors started spreading within minutes of her leaving. Someone's mom worked at the hospital and heard there was a serious car accident. 2 fatalities. Zara's mom and her 8-year-old sister were supposedly involved. I didn't know what to think, but then I saw Ms. Miller was crying in her classroom. The same teacher who'd argued with Zara's mom just last week was wiping tears in the hallway. Everybody was talking about it, but nobody knew what actually happened yet. The principal made an announcement asking for thoughts and prayers for Zara's family during a difficult time. Zara's best friend Hyla showed us texts she was getting. "Nothing will ever be the same. I can't do this. Why did this happen?" Eventually, someone even started a GoFundMe that actually raised $2,000 in 6 hours, but we still didn't know what was true. We all felt guilty for ever being annoyed with her. Even I did. But then Zara returned Monday, and when I walked into school, everything was weird. The teachers were back to normal. Mr. Harrison was teaching like nothing happened. During lunch, Hila finally pressed Zara about funeral arrangements, and that's when Zara looked confused. "What funeral?" she asked. Turns out her sister had sprained her ankle during gymnastics practice and needed an ice pack.